Welcome guys, this is Shabir and today we're going to look at a quick overview of Microsoft Visual Studio. So Microsoft Visual Studio is not just your standard application that you can install on your machine. It's actually a very powerful software. It's known as an IDE, an integrated development environment. This is what developers will use to create applications based on the .NET framework. So when you install this application, all right, it's a very robust, strong application. So I suggest you to have a lot of RAM and a lot of space for it. Just a simple Visual Studio install can take anywhere between 2 to 3 gigabytes and can take up to 10 to 30 minutes depending on the performance of your computer. So to install it, all right, just head over to visualstudio.microsoft.com. All right, and there's 3 versions available: Community, Professional, and Enterprise. The Professional and Enterprise versions are available for a free trial up to 90 days. After 90 days, it'll require you to pay for it, so you need an actual license for it. The Community version is open source and free, and 95% of the time, whatever I have coded, it was all in the Community version and pretty much has everything that you need. So I suggest if you just want to play around with it and it's not for a specific company, it's just for your own personal development, download the community version. So once you download this, when you're about to go to install it, all right, I suggest installing one component at a time, okay, because like I mentioned, it can take anywhere from 2 to 3 gigabytes just for the basic installation. I have .NET development and ASP.NET installed, all right, and this took almost 3 gigabytes on my computer. Afterwards, you can have installed as many packs as you want. You can have the mobile for mobile gaming. You can have Linux development in C++. You can even install development for Python. And again, there you can also have the individual components for a specific framework. You can have the different language packs installed as well. All right. So let's go ahead and look at the different type of projects that you can do with this. So in my case, all right, I have in Visual C#, I can create, as you can see, it divides it for you based on the different types of languages that you have installed from the installer. So for Visual Studio, I can create applications on WPF, a Windows form. For these two, it's actually based on GUI, so drag and drop. I can take the buttons, just drop them on my form, create everything with drag and drop. For console application, they're mainly built for the command line, so the output is displayed on a command line. So let's go ahead and create a demo app on my desktop. Okay, Windows form application. If you need more information about what you're trying to build, you see over here on the right hand side, it tells you what you're trying to build. So for a class library, it's based on DLL. Usually DLLs are for Dynamics 365 development, but I'm only trying to create a Windows form app. So let's do that. Now it's creating the project in that specific location. So if I look at that location, it created a demo folder for me over there. Now in this demo folder, you have your solution available over here. If you want to send this to someone, you will take this entire folder, put it in a zip folder, and basically send them this. They will unzip it on their end and they will be able to open it by double click on the Visual Studio solution. And in this solution, I have my properties, objects, and bins. Okay, so anything I add over here, okay, will be added to my solution. Okay, so on the right hand side, this is the solution. Okay, I can add any references. References are basically external libraries that I can add over here. Out of the box for Windows Form application, it installed these libraries for me. Okay, this is my form. All right. If I need to connect to TFS, Team Foundation Server, or Git, I can connect to it from here. Okay. This is for local Git repository. I'm connected to my own TFS. Now if I need to add more components to this form, to this solution, I can right click on my solution, on my project, go to add, alright, and click on new components. And if I want to add another form, all these things are available to me. I can add it directly to my solution. So I'm going to add another form called form 2. Add it. Now the properties that you're seeing over here, these properties are available to the objects that you're adding. Okay, so if I add a button over here, okay, you see these properties, I can modify the text that displays over here by just calling it, let's say, hello world. All right, and I can also modify the name of that button hello. Now this little thunderbolt that you're seeing over here, these are the events. So on a button I can have click, I can have all these different events that are written over here, drag, leave, drag over. All right, so if I wanted to write some code for these specific events, okay, this is where I would add the specific method. On the left hand side that you're seeing over here, these are all the physical toolbox items that I can add. Okay, so I can add a checkbox, I can add a checkbox list, I can add a combo list, I can date time picker, a data set. All these I can just basically just drag and drop on the form. Okay, these guys over here, and they are available for me to use. The output that when you're building your solution, okay, there's 3 components that you should be aware of. There's build solution, rebuild solution, and clean solution. Build solution, what it's going to do is it will package everything for you, okay, and have an exe readily available. And when you click build, it wraps everything up and makes the output inside your bin folder, your debug folder. You see, this is what the build solution will do. If you click on rebuild, okay, rebuild will basically take what's in this folder, all right, in your bin/debug, delete it, and then rebuild this entire solution and put it back everything in the same location. Clean is going to remove everything from your output folder over here. Okay, so if I build my application and I just want to give someone an exe file, I can just give them my demo application. All right, this, they can basically take this, there's you don't need an installation, and they can have this, they can run it on their machine and it will work perfectly fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and add hello world. Okay, when you double click over here on this, okay, what it does in the background, on the click event, it's going to add a method. Okay, this the name of the method is over here, and on the form it tries to look for, I added on the second form. Okay, so it looks for it on the form over here. Okay, now I added this on my second form, so I'm gonna remove that and add it to my, actually, I'm gonna add it to my first form. So I call it hello world. Okay, the name, we'll call it btn hello, and when I double click on this, it opens this again, and here I'm gonna write message box dot show, and we'll put hello world. Okay, I run this. Okay, click on hello world, and voila, hello world appears over here. Now if I had any errors in my code, okay, all right, the output is going to be displayed over here. You'll see the application won't run because it's telling you that it's missing something. Okay, so in this case I'm missing the X. Once the error is resolved, we're good to go. Another thing that's very important to know is the application.run. When you click on the program.cs, this is the form that the application will begin with. Okay, so if I want the application to load my form 2 to start with, I just write my form 2 over here. If I want my form 1, I write my form 1 over here. Okay, if I try to write something that does not exist, again, it's going to give me an error saying, I don't know what you're talking about, please give me the required form. Okay, so here you build it. Okay, now on the top toolbar over here you can add components to it and you can remove components to it. Okay, this is right here. Now this is all for this is a quick overview of Visual Studio. I will be making more videos on C#, and if you want to get notified about them, please click on the bell icon in the bottom. And if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, those who need it. Thank you very much and have a good day.